Okay, what if I told you that scientists found something right here on Earth that seems like it's from another world entirely? We're about to dive into a discovery that doesn't just add a new branch to the tree of life, it pretty much threatens to knock the whole thing down. Let's get into it.
Just imagine for a second. Imagine everything you ever learned in biology class was just suddenly turned on its head. What if we found a life form so completely different, so alien, that it just didn't fit into any category we've ever made? A creature that, simply shouldn't be here.
Well, guess what? That little thought experiment isn't a thought experiment anymore. A team of paleontologists drilling deep into rock formations under the Antarctic ice, they found exactly that, a biological impossibility. And it is sending absolute shockwaves through the scientific world.
And look, we're not just talking about some new kind of bug or weird fish here. This is a discovery that, on the face of it, seems completely and utterly impossible, based on everything we thought we knew about how life even works.
You know, it's a big deal when the lead paleontologist on the project basically says it's an organism that, quote, should not exist. I mean, in the world of science, a statement like that tells you just how huge and how genuinely confusing this whole thing is. So, to really get why this is such a bombshell, we need a super quick refresher on the very rules this discovery is breaking. Let's talk about life's family tree. The tree of life is, well, one of the most fundamental ideas in all of biology. You can think of it as this giant, sprawling family tree for every single living thing we've ever found, from the tiniest little microbe all the way up to a blue whale. It shows us where everything fits and how we're all connected. Now, this tree is organized into three main super kingdoms, or what they call domains. First, you've got bacteria, stuff like E. coli. Then you have archaea, which are these tough little microbes that live in crazy places like volcanic vents. And then there's eukarya, and that's us. It's every plant, every animal, every fungus on the planet. Everything we know of fits into one of these three. And this is the really crucial part. For over 100 years, this system has worked. It's worked perfectly. Every single organism we have ever found, alive or extinct, has had a neat little spot in one of these three domains. It's been the solid bedrock of biology. Until now.
So, let's meet this mysterious rule breaker, shall we? Researchers have nicknamed this fossilized thing the Titan. And it's a fitting name, right? It hints at just how big and profound this mystery is, locked away in rock for who knows how many millions of years. Okay, and this is where it gets really wild. When you put it side by side with, well, everything else, the differences are just staggering. Every form of life we know fits cleanly into bacteria, archaea, or eukarya. The Titan? Nope, it fits in none of them. And its genetic makeup? It doesn't just bend the rules we know, it seems to be playing a completely different game with a totally unique structure.
The paleontologists who found it kept describing it as a huge organism, but they weren't just talking about its physical size. What they meant was that it's a huge anomaly, a massive deviation from everything we've ever seen, a huge mystery that makes us question our basic assumptions about what life even is. Which brings us right to the heart of this whole scientific mess. How in the world do you classify something that defies classification? This is literally the story of an organism without a branch on the tree to call its own. So the scientists did exactly what they're supposed to do. They went through the checklist. Okay, let's compare it to bacteria. Is it a match? Nope. All right, how about archaea? Still no? Well, maybe it's connected to our domain. Eukarya? Nothing. The conclusion was just unavoidable. This is something completely new.
And this is the part that is just so hard to wrap your head around. The Titan isn't some new species that just creates a little tiny twig on a branch we already knew about. No, it's like we've spent centuries studying this one tree on the ground, and we just found another one floating in the sky, completely disconnected. It actually seems to exist outside our tree of life altogether. So what on earth does a discovery like this actually mean? For science, for us? Well, it means we are walking into a brand new era, one where we might literally have to rewrite the rules of life itself.
I mean, the implications are just profound. This discovery is a pretty humbling reminder that our picture of life on this planet is nowhere near complete. Because if one Titan can exist outside our rulebook, who's to say there aren't others? Maybe entirely different kinds of biology out there. Our tree of life might not be a single tree at all. Maybe it's just one tree in a whole forest we haven't seen yet. It's the perfect example of why science is never really settled.
At the end of the day, a discovery like this tells us one thing for sure. The book of life is far from finished. We didn't just find a new page or a forgotten footnote here. It feels like we've stumbled upon a whole new chapter we never even knew existed, and it's written in a language we're just now starting to figure out.
And that leaves us with this one incredible thought, doesn't it? The Titan was an impossible find, right up until the moment it wasn't. It just makes you wonder what other impossible things are out there, waiting for us, locked in ancient ice or hidden in the deepest parts of the ocean, just beyond our view.